On top of being really good looking, I read minds. And I know what some of you are thinking. It's those two little words hanging right there. And you've got your cursor perched over the red X at the top of your browser. Because if this guy's going to talk to us about being perfect today, maybe I just need to move on to something else. Because, I hear that enough. It's not why I come here. But I got to share with you that I have the same issue and the same hangup. And so I did a little bit of digging because I read this quote in something last week and I went back to its original translation in Greek. And that word that's circled there, that word you and I call perfect, in Greek is a word called teleos, and it means full grown. It means to be complete in all its parts, to be full of age. Well, I'm pretty much full grown in some respects, and I'm complete in most of my parts. But if you turn that around and it says, be complete as your heavenly Father is complete, that's a horse of a different flavor. Hi, I'm John Jerkowitz, and welcome to our weekly motivation and inspiration. One of the things that's been on my mind recently, and if you watched this hangout last week, you heard me talk about my mom and just how proud and blessed she was to be able to raise 4 wonderful kids while dealing with a debilitating panic and anxiety disorder. What I didn't tell you is my mother spent her entire life trying to convince people she was perfect in the fullest sense of the word as we understand it. She felt she had to balance things out. She felt there was a flaw. And I got to be honest with you that she shared that disability with some of her kids, me being one of them. And I have to tell you at times that I feel I've got to be perfect in order to be equal. And it's funny, isn't it? Because we all have our gifts and our talents. And we really don't seem to focus on them. We seem to focus on the flaws. We seem to focus on perfection. I have to tell you, my mom was an accomplished artist in a number of different genres. She painted on canvas. She painted on china. She did sculpturing. And she had a kiln where she fired pots and pans, and back in the day when it was suitable to smoke, ashtrays, and all sorts of wonderful things in the ceramic vein. She was an exceptional cook. She enjoyed creating recipes. She was a creative, marvelous person. Still is. But she always focused on the fact that anytime anything went wrong, she tried to distance herself from it as much as she possibly could. And I have to tell you, there's times I feel that way. I have to tell you, there's times that I feel I'm not perfect. That perfection equals equality. So when we turn around and we look at the Greek word for perfection, we look at that teleos. Are you full grown? I'm on my way. Am I complete in all my parts? Gosh, I hope not. I'm 62 years old and there's so much more I want to do. What being perfect means to me, it means that you continue to look, you continue to challenge, especially yourself. You continue to motivate yourself, and by doing that, you inspire other people. It's kind of interesting. The rest of that quote from Luke's gospel talks about loving other people. And Jesus basically said that my Father loves, and if you choose to be full grown, if you choose to be complete in all your parts, then you're not just going to love your friends. It's going to be those people who put a burr in your saddle. I'm John Jerkowitz. I hope you have an amazing week. and I will talk to you next Monday. Take care now.